Hello everyone! In my previous video I showed you the 5 basic elements of a correct piano posture. In today's video, just as I promised, I'm going to show you the correct piano key attack. We also can call it a correct piano touch or piano touché. So what does this mean? The piano key attack is the way we press the keys in order to have a beautiful sound, to avoid tension, and to bring out as best as we can the color and the character and the meaning of the music we're playing. As you all know, the piano is an amazing instrument. It always mirrors our attitude. It will respond to you exactly the way you treat it. The correct key attack or piano touch originates, of course, in our mind. You have to visualize the desired sound first. You have to hear it in your imagination. You have to use your inner hearing, and only then use the proper gestures that will transfer this sound into the instrument. As you all know, the piano sound is created when the hammer, which is located there in the piano, hits the string. However, there are no limits to what we can do if we use our imagination creatively. The truth is that we can go beyond these physical limitations of the instrument and make the piano sing. That's why we should begin by learning how to create at the piano a deep, expressive, relaxed, beautiful, and at the same time soft sound. So let's begin. First, make sure that your mind and your body are relaxed and that your posture is correct. Your whole arm should also be relaxed and you should be aware of its heaviness. Prepare the sound in your mind, take a deep breath by relaxing your wrist, and only then, and here is the biggest secret, you have to press the key gradually, as if diving into a flexible surface, not hitting a rigid one. Just imagine that you're diving with the entire weight of your arm into a flexible pillow or into some kind of a dense gel. So you see, the main idea here is not to hit the keyboard. This is a mistake that many beginners make, but to try to produce a sound as expressive, deep and soft as possible. So this is the foundation of a correct piano key attack. This is the gesture that is taught by all the piano teachers who are following the traditions of the Russian piano school. So let's see one more time how we produce this sound. We allow the entire weight of our arm to flow freely into our fingertip and from the fingertip to flow into the depth of the keyboard. We relax our wrist, and when our fingertip makes contact with the keyboard, we have to immediately soften this weight coming from our arm with the flexibility of our wrist. So the wrist goes slightly down first and then it goes up, being extremely relaxed. So yes, as I told you many times in my articles on pianocareer.com, first we have to learn how to play properly portamento, with one finger for beginners, then with many fingers, making sure that we produce, that we create a very beautiful, very expressive sound. The same principle applies to different types of technique, no matter what we play. For example, a chord, or an arpeggio, or for example a piece by Chopin. This kind of a key attack, of a piano touché, is the foundation on which we can build an amazing variety of sounds, of colors, of timbres, of characters, and so on. By using this kind of gradual pressing of the key, we avoid this kind of unpleasant, brutal hit. Do you see how brutal and ugly it is? This brutal sound, being a common mistake that many beginners make, is in fact the result of not softening, let's call it the landing of your hand with the flexibility of your wrist. You see, I'm pressing the key and I'm softening the attack with the flexibility of my wrist. Also, by making sure that our finger or fingers carrying the entire weight of our arm reaches the depth of the keyboard, we avoid another dangerous trap, the sacrificial key attack. The sacrificial key attack is often a result of playing only with your fingers. Do you see how sacrificial the sound is? It lacks depth, it creates tension, it lacks stability. You see, you cannot control what you're doing at the instrument. And unfortunately, it cannot offer us a wide dynamic range, because you cannot make a true forte by playing sacrificially. You can make a true forte only by using the weight of your arms. And of course, it doesn't allow us to develop our technique, because as you probably know, a good finger velocity is impossible when you're tensed and when you lack stability. So, as I told you, the piano mirrors your attitude. If your gestures are brutal, tensed, rigid, so will be the sound. If, on the other hand, your gestures are relaxed, fluid, flowing, then your sound, of course, will reflect them. So now I showed you the foundation of the correct key attack, of the correct piano touch. However, we all know that every rule has its exceptions. There are cases when the character of the music, when its meaning requires us to use other types of key attacks, other touches, other colors of the sound. For example, when playing Bach, we need this type of sound, this type of key attack that I just described. When playing Mozart or Haydn, for example, then we have to change our touch as well, trying to mimic, but only a little, the sonority of the harpsichord. But remember, only a little. As I already showed you, for playing Chopin, the type of correct, profound key attack that I described is extremely appropriate. It's also extremely appropriate for playing Tchaikovsky or Rachmaninoff. And if we talk about Debussy or Ravel, the Impressionist music, then we have reached a totally different subject. However, we'll talk more about other types of piano touches, other types of piano key attacks in my future videos. However, and this is very important, no matter what kind of music you play, no matter what type of key attacks you use when you already developed a very good, a brilliant technique, you still have to start from the basics, and you have to use as your foundation this ability of producing a relaxed, soft, flexible and deep sound. On this foundation we can build anything we want. And one more thing, remember that the sound comes from your mind, if we talk about the mental aspect of piano playing, and from your body, from your back, your shoulders, your arms, if we talk about the physical aspect of piano playing, and not from your fingers. So your fingers are just channeling this energy, this sound, this weight into the instrument. Also, don't forget to visit my website pianocareer.com, where you'll find more information about the benefits of a correct key attack. My name is Ilinka Vartik, thank you for watching and talk to you soon!